Hello, hello. We are gathered on Wajak Noongar Butcher. We're in Bulu. We're very close to the banks of the Double Yarrigan. Just want to acknowledge that before we get going and offer my respects to Noongar elders, past, present, and emerging. And yeah, acknowledge that this always was and always will be Aboriginal land where songs and stories have been shared since the dawn of time. How are you all? Very, very good. Welcome to Alt Live. This is a bit of a poetry edition. You've got some poetry, you've got some bands, gonna be all sorts of different kinds of sounds and stuff you're gonna hear tonight. I want to say thanks to Amir, who's with Hearts of Darkness, who sort of puts on this whole regular Thursday night. I want to say thanks to Leah behind the sound. Round of applause for Leah, everybody. And also a round of applause for our DJs for warming us up tonight. We had LC and we had Margie Rita. Round of applause for our DJs for getting you in the vibe. Very, very soon we're going to have Just Jupiter coming up here and playing you some music. But before that, we have our first poet of the evening, who I believe is ready. Ren, are you ready? Wrenzoi. Do I see Wrenzoi, or are you behind me in the green room? Are you behind me in the green room? Oh, making an entrance. Welcome to the stage, Wrenzoi!
Oh. Arf, woof, woof, bark. Oh, fuck, shit. God, does it smell like wet dog in here? Anyway, hi everybody! Hello, hi. I'm Ren and Wrenzoi, because this creature lives inside me and I guess I'm in her too. Don't worry about it. I am here to perform some poetry for you, but before we get started, I would also like to do an acknowledgement of country. Sovereignty was never ceded, and this was and always will be Aboriginal land. And also free Palestine, and I really don't want to fucking go to war. I really don't fucking want to go to war. Please, I'm literally just a dog. Let me be a dog. Fuck off. Anyway, let's put starting. Cool. So before I get started with my first poem, I very much would like to give you guys a little content warning for just the general vibes of the poems I'm doing today. The first two are going to be a little bit heavy, but that's because I'm trying to show off. And then the last one is fun because I'm hot like that. I don't know. So this first poem is really important to me, especially because I wrote it as one of the guest poets for the Trans Day of Remembrance Vigil. This was written specifically for that day. And I personally believe it's actually one of my best works, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys today. Just a quick content warning for transphobia, homophobia, loss of life, and discussions of things that are related to such topics. Now, if I could have your attention, even though I'm not a beautiful dog, I'm just a beautiful dog. This is Bones. I am so sick of being a statistic. I tick down a teleprompter of trans people told we are worth less than the time it takes to take a breath. A droning newscaster rattles off the numbers of my family's bones in the ground. So right here, right now, I breathe for you. We live because we have to, and we exist because we must. We cling to our bones and our bodies that bend and break and shape and rust. We are tied together by hormones and hope, made of melancholy, music, and the memory of our history, holding on to each other. We are sibling, parent, mother. But do not lie and say we are finished. Do not insult and diminish those bones that carry our steps. We live on in their image. For those bones, let us be your bodies. I am so sorry I never got to know you more. It is a shame that we have so much to blame for the fact that we could never recall each and every one of your names. We seek to know your story, see those perfect bones back when the world knew your body. Sometimes I sit in the rain and smell the soil just to catch a glimpse of a scent, a hint of you, before the toil. But in reality, I stand here shaking, surrounded by melting wax and making up words because they thought dirt and candles were a substitute for daylight. Let's not ever forget those bones that once held a body and without warning can never hear us say good morning. None of us really knew right now was even possible, an implausible idea of a day where we could stand away from the shadows and shade. It's hard to look to the future when progress feels fake and untrue. We never truly learnt that safety wasn't fantasy, but a necessity we are owed and overdue. So cut us some slack. How could anyone plan for a world you thought didn't love you back? But we'll give you that love whenever you need it. We are told that we have to hope for the best, but life and death are a will they, won't they, tangled love affair mess. But with each other, it is blessed. So we will mark the day and gather, light fires in your honor, hoping heat and safety help you sleep soundly with one another. You carry us, and we remember you. Anyway, have any of you been in like a 3-year-long relationship that just randomly ended and you had to put all your pieces of life back together? Imagine doing that, but you're a dog. Fucking, where's my kennel, bitch? Anyway, this is years and years and years. I see our old apartment from the train, haunted by 3 years I can't get back, and the smell of tobacco on my sheets. I hated that. Felt forced to ignore my nose and any semblance of warning sign, and I lost my senses. Happens every time. I tried following your diet and it lowered my iron. So all that fainting was just my blood and it had nothing to do with being in love. You told me I cry like the rent is due, and that's because it is, bitch. I still got no clue where I'm meant to be. I'm free, but only in the moment. Chalking it up to fate and follies and meant to be's, but I'm sure I'm late for that bus, so I just started walking. Grew up too fast to pass your test, and now I feel like I missed my chance with girls who would have loved me best. I was so preoccupied with blue eyes. Now I feel insane because you got on a plane, left me with the empty house I wasn't on the lease for. You just dropped my leash and let me bled out on the vacate keen floor. I moved back home and cried on the phone, flooded with forgotten feelings, forced to relive them to find reason. A how-to on finding madness in meaning. Working my way forward on my walk, I think, what if I walked into traffic, jumped into lake, or drowned myself in panic? Is it ideation or just imagination? Is it planning or pretending? Processing without purpose? I'll leave that up to my therapist. The only common thread I find, missing the trees for the view, I ran hoping blind. My mind loops back to you. I let you turn my story tragic. Debutante housewife dreams gave you my youth and my magic. It was all beyond my means. For 3 years of hoping and holding, outsourcing my fear to somewhere I couldn't see, until it caught up with me. Anyway, sorry for being a sad bitch, let's have a laugh. This is sofa bed, something I'm very familiar with sleeping on. Something dog. Anyway, enough of the bit. This is sofa bed. To all my friends who own a sofa bed, stolen off some rich guy's curbside, a busted second-hand suburban classic, brought inside like a stray from traffic. To when the party's too big and the space too small, we collide bodies to the floor. Ground's low and mine's high, thigh to thigh, I spy them sprawled. To the girl in the dog collar who gives me butterflies and puppy eyes. To the girl with the split dye who drove me here and then I begged her to stay. And to the friend who hurts themselves to hug me, but does it anyway. To hair dye spills and HRT pills. To getting yelled at in Kmart parking. And to the girls who like my barking. To tea bags, social flea bags, dietary needs, and dirty dish rags. To blow up mattresses and back pain. Uncleaned teeth and arm tattoos, curbside cars, and cheap, bad booze. To sleeping in jeans and milking soybeans. Ciders I shouldn't be drinking, and stoned overthinking. To my friends, lovers, and thieves. To peaceful protest and queer misdeeds. piggyback rides, and messy bedsides. To gays who think, I'm out of their league, and those who realize that I'm just me. To those who couldn't be here tonight, and those who didn't make it through the fight. To you, to me, to us. The party was great. Oh God, but your sofa bed sucks. Oh, and free dog cuddles if anyone needs them. Thanks, guys.
Free dog cuddles from Wrenzoi.